Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the Broken Zone, playing a bit more Hellpoint. So, it's been a good while. It's currently the 16th, um, meaning that usually comes out in 2 days. But also, I think the last recording session I actually did, well, other than the recordings I've done today, which you will never see because uh, I spent 30 minutes not killing the boss and only attempting the boss, which means those were wasted recordings. Actually, here's the thing though. If you, well, even before I used up a flash charge, if you looked at my flash charges, you would have noticed that as I was hitting Prodigal Spawn, I was gaining up flash charges. That is because I've upgraded my flash charge. Crap. I kind of want to destroy those things because they are actually quite dangerous. Like when I'm right next to Sentient, they're the most difficult consistent sources of damage. Because of course his sweeping attacks, his forward blast, and the geyser attacks, they're all easy to dodge. It's these cubes that shoot often, and they do a fair amount of damage actually. Ow. Okay, okay, and we got another charge. Crap, 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 crap. Oh dear, that's the worst attack he has. Oh man, wait, this actually might be the kill. Please, please be the kill. Please be the kill. I don't want to do this for another 20 or 30 minutes. Okay. Oh wait, it's just that I didn't have any energy left. No, wait, no, I did have energy. Okay. Oh man. Come on. Come on, just the sweeps. Just the sweeps now. Just the sweeps. Yes. We did it! Oh, oh, oh. Oh man. Oh dear. Oh. Give me a second. I'm gonna mute and then just say wow a lot. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of frickin' Hellpoint. Okay, so now I can finally afford to talk about my problems with this game. So basically, towards the end, there was a lot of bad hitboxes. I'm just gonna outright say it, bad hitboxes. Um, we didn't see it in that last fight, but I believe in the last recording I've shown, you saw it. Basically, his sweeping attacks, you can be hit outside of the cloud for the sweeping attacks. Um, you have to be like, it is kind of close, but it's definitely like outside of the like actual cloud, and then you can still take damage there, which That kind of sucks. There are multiple times when, like in the area before this, when it was you would take damage after an enemy dies. I've taken damage after prodigals died from prodigal. Um, let's see. In terms of problems with the fight itself against Sentient, um, you know, there's no indication of how big the arena is, but it definitely has walls. I've gotten stuck up against a wall. Prodigal's body blocked me from getting out of there. It's happened multiple times. I don't think you've seen it in this recording, but it has happened. Um, let's see. The madness in that fight. Here's the thing. If they gave us some indication of what causes madness in the game, I think it would be better. But as far as I know, madness is just something that happens. Um, so yeah, and the madness is really disruptful in this fight. Because like especially with you have no clue of how big the arena is, two enemies, as well as like Sentient has big attacks. Madness sucks there. Um, let's see. Another thing is those cubes, man. It's like they interfere with the fight enough, especially with tracking as you get close to Sentient. It's you want to take them down, but there is like next to zero actual like reason to take them down. Because as you saw there, I didn't hit a single cube, and still like I killed Sentient. And like killing the cubes is more of a liability. Like it gives you more chances to be hurt than it saves you. Um, but yeah, but will have to say all of those problems are helped by the fact that you don't have to fight Sentient, which is really nice. Sentient was because we did the Architect's quest line. That's why we fought Sentient. And not son, Prodigal Spawn's quest line is what caused Prodigal Spawn to be in the arena. So, a fair amount of all those problems are alleviated by, in fact, it's an optional fight. Um, let's see. In terms of the game itself, there is very little weapon variety in all, honestly. Towards the start of the game, there is like you have access to one ranged weapon and one occult weapon, which is the same weapon. It's the Daemon Cannon. Um, and honestly, it's like because of the fact that it's kind of difficult to find and therefore build a build around at the start, I have to take points off for that. It's like come on, these things should be like if you're gonna want to give these as an option, give them as a frickin' option. All right. Um. Hey, look at this. Look at this idiot right here. Stupid idiot. Well, it appears it's just us now. You should accept the redundancy of these so-called parallel universes too. It's much easier that way. Perhaps you will develop interests similar to mine over time. I will try to be good company. You were born here, after all, just like me. It's only natural that we should live here. Don't worry, nobody will ever know your secret. This is your realm now. Farewell. So basically that right there is Prodigal Spawn. Just in case you didn't know. That was Prodigal Spawn talking. I just, as you well know, don't have the volume on. In terms of the game itself, yes, a severe lack of weapon variety as well as build potential at the start. It's just like, in my opinion, you should offer relatively easy access to every build from the start. I feel like that helps the game out a lot. Also, yeah, base level is 2 now, because we're in NG+. We're not going to play through NG+, no way. I'm just going to walk around while I talk. So yeah. Right, look for the sky whales. Sky whales! I wish those guys actually had more to do with the game. Oh, 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 oh no! Ah! So yeah. In case you don't know where the demon cannon is, I'm just gonna go to where the demon cannon is real quick. Boop, boop. Okay. So, another thing. Let's say we equip a gun. Tropic shell. Standard entropic projectile. So now, that is this right here on Z. Press Z. Okay, I think I have to here Alt and then nope. Let's see. Also, if I equip another one, it's like okay, look, there's 3 slots. Okay, maybe that's how you change weapons. So let's equip another weapon. How about a shield? No, an artillery. Yeah. Press Z. Nope. Number 2 does not change weapons. Move this. For this, let's press C for this one. Nope, that's not how. You can change what this one is, but it doesn't change weapons. Let's press C. As far as I know, it does nothing. If I press Q, then A, that gives us this buff here. I don't know what that buff does. I don't think there's a way to see what that buff does, which is great. All I know is that it exists. Debris Mastery. We don't know what Debris Mastery is. At least for this thing, we know what it says. We see this and we can read what this is. This probably lowers the weight stat on it. Conductor effect, which, if we had another, yeah, actually we do a conductor effect. So Debris Mastery is from, I do believe, it might be from the conductor we equipped. But we don't know what Debris Mastery does. Which is nice, I have to say. Not knowing what your freaking weapon does. So yeah. I have a lot of problems with this game. Okay. Was that a big number for some reason? I thought that was an insanely large number. Okay. So that basically, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, another problem. Yeah, lingering hitboxes, lack of build variety, lack of good weapons from the start. Another thing. Let's take Red Saber. We get 2 of those. There's no reason to have 2 of them. As well as for the column, which, yes, we did just pick up another one, but that's this one. For the column, we got another one that we turned into the fused skull. But this one was in one of the final areas of the game. It's like, cool, why are you giving this to me? I am way far above actually needing this weapon. It's kind of insulting that you're giving it to us here. No, we want light. So yeah, that over there is where the Daemon Cannon is. I forget where think the place where you get down there is. Where was it? Yes, I see it now. Yeah, this is where you get to the Daemon Cannon. Boop. So yeah, it's like, yeah, so basically the game doesn't tell you what anything is. There's a lack of build variety. There's a lack of weapons for each build at the start of the game. So yeah, there's where you got the Daemon Cannon. I think this is supposed to teach you about crafting. So yeah, you could break those down and then get the materials for the Daemon Cannon. And that is both you're only ranged from the relatively close to the start, as well as the only foresight scaling weapon that is relatively close to the start. Honestly, to me, that's kind of unacceptable. So yeah. What else? I have to say, there are a couple things that like I kind of liked. I mean, I like that it's easy to. What was I gonna say? The game is relatively easy. Um, I like the variety of areas, but still keeping the theme of the game. Such as like the port has a new set of enemies, but like it feels consistent. I will say I like the whole angle where it's like because your progression is okay. We don't have any data. Basically, your progression is based on data, which if we didn't go to NG plus, it would be there. Um, which means that you can go to a lot of different areas. So I guess progression wise, it's not linked to things, but it is even then it is pretty linear progression. Still. I guess if we got that with the Port Isodun keycard that we just picked up, if we had gotten that earlier in our original playthrough, then we would have a lot more options for going places, even at the start. Um, I do like raising the area level. I think that is I linked that in this game. I liked that in DS2. I will have to say though, it was better in DS2. I like that in Dark Souls 2, um, the game made it so that if you go to a new area, if you use a bonfire setting, things actually changed. And I liked that. I like in this game the whole cycle type thing. That's actually really cool and inventive. Especially how in the accretion storms, which are these two, um, if you do the horde activities, it will actually like gives you relatively good stuff. Like I think the way to a certain one of the towers in was after an accretion storm horde event. Um, so yeah, I like that it actually does play a part in the game. In terms of like that right there, Port Issoudun, I really like the whole. Oh wait, sorry, 1 second. Okay, so in an unspecified amount of time later, I am back now. So, I have to say now, one of the things I really like about this game is the crafting system. I think crafting system's fun. Um, I feel like they definitely did a lot better with the crafting system than Elden Ring did. Like, yeah, I think crafting items and like actual weapons was a great addition instead of just crafting like things to help you. Weapon upgrade system. Dark Souls did it a whole hell of a lot better. Like a whole hell of a lot better. uh, and again, I'm gonna say it again. A whole hell of a lot better. That's how bad I think this upgrade system is. Because the game basically doesn't tell you about it at all. Like like from if you watched my videos, you know it was quite a good amount of time until I realized what the weapon upgrade system was. And honestly, that's kind of unacceptable. Hold shift to sprint. Another thing is, um, keyboard bindings. Um, what the hell, guys? It's like, let's see. I think it's around here, actually. That it will say, boop. How to shield bash. That shield bash does not work. Um, Another thing, I've said this before. If you check the manual, at the very least for keyboard and mouse, it's completely wrong. It's like, cool, thanks guys. Yeah, I want to say this. The biggest fault that this game has is absolutely abysmal explanations. As like, honestly, I'm gonna say it. Devs, like, it's you should kind of be ashamed at how abysmal the explanations are in this game. Um, One thing I will say that I quite enjoyed was after killing. I don't know if it was like a certain boss or after killing a certain amount of bosses. Basically, what ended up happening was it would basically the enemies from Point Isidun um, started spawning around the game. Map like the certain enemies were replaced by duck. Your condition is house for ministry. Sorry, pal. You should know better. In this world, you need to cook. Jerk. Jerk. What? I meant to say jag or jerk. I'm gonna say jag. Um, but yeah. Um, I like how I do like how, as I said before, it's kind of because progression is tied to your the data gathered. Let's see, do I have a data amount now? Nope. Yeah, because progression is tied to data amount. I like that. It makes it so that you can play the game in certain orders, especially with the Port Isidun credentials. It's no longer as linear as it was before, um, which is nice. Um, I always like to see quest lines in games, like Souls games. Like that's one of the things I have to say was missing. Find the architect. We have. That's one of the things that like it's an utter shame that Dolmen didn't have it. Um, I would have loved to see some like NPCs in Dolmen, and I think that would have added a lot to the game. But yeah, overall, I feel like this game wasn't bad. It's a Souls-like, so Of course, just nature of how it is gives it some points in my book. Um, but yeah, very fun. Very fun game. Uh, what do you say? Nah. I think we're gonna end it off here. Um, I want to make it perfect clear. I'm not coming back to this game. Uh, it wasn't that fun. It wasn't fun enough to warrant me actually going through and doing everything in the game. But it was a fun time. Anyway, but yeah, a little bit of time until that music comes out. But until then, as usual, I don't have an outro, so take care and goodbye.